All right, so we are going. So what brings you to Omegle today? What are you up to?
Well, I'm just bored, and then I'm just hyped for the new COD to drop.
Dude,
So
everyone is talking about that tonight. Cold War.
also, yeah, dude, I'm so hyped for it. And then also, I'm just like going on Omegle, and then trying to get people Snapchat so I can have like people from all around the world on my Snap map. So that'd be pretty cool.
That's very cool. Have you had any luck with it yet? Have you talked to anyone interesting?
I got one person from Australia.
Cool. Keep at
Yeah,
it, man. Keep at it. Yeah, it takes. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There's so many cool people out there. You never know who you're gonna run into.
A lot of weird people as well.
Definitely, definitely. This is the
Yeah.
Wild West of the internet. You
This
know.
this is a wild sight. So far on Christmas, like when I typed in Christmas, I've seen nothing strange. No penises, bro.
Good. Could you imagine someone typing in penises and then jacking off? Ugh, it's
No,
awful.
I
It's
can't.
awful.
I don't understand how those people don't get banned from the site. That's like extreme.
Is there a like a report button? There isn't really a report button,
No, not at all.
right? That's weird. But then again, I'm kind of glad that's the case because then like there are assholes on here who just come on and just press report for everyone and then it right?
Yeah.
So that's probably why there isn't. But so, what are some interests that you have, man? What do you like to do on your free time?
Just playing sports and hanging out with my friends.
What sports are you interested in?
Mainly soccer.
How'd you get
Mhm.
into that?
Uh, Father introduced me to it when I was 4, so played it ever since.
Do you have any siblings that play sports too?
No, I don't, sadly.
Part of the only child club?
No, I'm not an only child. It's just like my sibling doesn't like sports. It's weird.
Oh, interesting. What do they
Mhm.
like to do?
They like writing. I'm just like I get also hang out with friends, just not sports.
Hmm,
Hmm.
interesting. If you could have like a dream job, what would it be?
Honestly, not sure what I'd want it to be, but obviously something successful. But then also probably something that would help other people as well.
Oh, cool. Help people in what way?
I guess like help me through. I mean, obviously, have you heard of the site? I don't even remember its full name, but it's like a site where when you do like math problems, they donate like 1 grain of rice or something to some place in Asia or Africa. I hope they actually did it, but like when I was in like third grade, they used to have us always do that. I think it maybe is a way to like force you, not force you, like to, oh wait, I'm helping other
Incentivize you.
people. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. Hopefully they actually donate it, but I actually kind of doubt it.
Wow. Do you know what the name of that site is? Because I've never heard of that.
I actually have no idea. Maybe search up something dealing with like rice and math.
Rice plus math.
Yeah,
Cool.
that could work.
I'll Google it. I'll Google it. I will test it out. Here, let me find something to write with. Always unprepared. Um, well, what else interests you? What else like what's a conversation, topic that usually interests you that you talk about with people?
A little bit of politics and then holidays. Excited for Christmas.
Mm, totally.
Mhm.
Thus the Christmas tag. Well, what are your thoughts of the whole thing with politics these days? I mean, we're finally like over a major dramatic point.
Mm. Well, I'm not old enough to vote, so I didn't like pay super close attention to like either of the candidates. But just people's like views are like crazy now, and
Mm.
like people on the left seem so much more I don't know what the right word is, like led by their emotions more than facts or something.
Mm.
And I get it, like Trump is a racist and sexist and not a great guy, and I'm not sure about much of his policies or anything. But like, whenever I've seen anything on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, when people are arguing, like they go up to like some people in like a what's it called, a demonstration or something, they say something and have their facts with them, but then like liberals don't. They just have their emotions and stuff. So I
Mm.
realize that. But then emotions, I guess, are also important in like decision making. So
No. For you, like, what do you think is a main kind of political point that you are interested in maybe learning more about, or something, a stance that you have that you think is important, if you have one?
well, one that is obviously super important is a woman's right to choice to have like a kid or not. And I don't think that that choice should be taken away because it's their body. So if they don't want to have the baby, I feel like they shouldn't. But if they do, then obviously they should. And I think I don't know if is it Alabama. I don't think it's Alabama. Some place in the South, didn't they like
Yeah, it was
ban
Alabama.
abortions or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alabama. I don't think they should have done that. It's not right.
I think there was like what they did too is I don't know if this was Alabama, but there was like one state where they were just defunding Planned Parenthood, which is for the viewers watching. Planned Parenthood is a place where that provides like a not only a place that provides like safe abortions to be performed, but like also when young people or even not young people like have children, that it's a place to go to like learn about how to be a good parent, like how to keep their children healthy. And there was one state that just got rid of all but one, and like how awful, right? Like,
Yeah, it's horrible.
yeah, it's just yeah, it's this is a place though that where people come from differing points of view, and it's a place where you can have an open discussion, because that's what we need these days. We need to like be able to talk to people from across the aisle and not let our emotions get the best of us in shouting matches.
Yeah.
I think that's
Also, I don't think people should be like canceled or their whole lives are ruined because of where they stand on issues. Obviously, if it's like an extreme one, then like that'll affect the way you think of them. But like, just because you support Trump, I don't think people should like hate you and label you a racist.
I mean, if yeah, I mean, there's 70 million people that voted for Trump. Not all of them are hateful
Mm-hmm.
people. Many of them are scared about how our
Yeah.
country's going and think that he provides the best way to solve the problem. We need to
Mm-hmm.
like we just need to have conversations as to why they think that Trump is the choice. You know, why do
Yeah, and then
you why?
also, I mean,
Oh yeah,
this
go
is
for it.
because this because of a recent like talk I had with someone. They know someone who's like into like whose whole job is dealing with oil, and I think it's called like fracking or something.
Yeah.
And then voting for Joe Biden, he said he's going to get rid of fracking. So like they vote for Trump because their whole job depends on it. So like they need no restrictions on it. But then I
Totally.
understand it because like we want to help the environment because you don't want the earth for the people hundreds of millions of years from now like having to suffer because of what we did.
Sounds like
Hmm.
you kind of keep both sides open. You see both sides of the argument. For something like that, like
Yeah.
if you were Joe Biden, what do you think that you would, from the information that you know about it now, what would you choose to do? Would you choose to continue fracking and keep those jobs, or back out of it, have those jobs lost, but also move towards an alternative?
Well, that's like a very hard ethical question, but I think I'd feel horrible for taking away those people's jobs, but then I think preserving the earth for all the jobs in the future and like people's lives is kind of more important. But then at the same time, I feel bad for taking their jobs away.
Yeah. Of
So
course, like,
I'd probably put restrictions.
yeah. And of course, it like
Mm.
it's not as though, people are getting rid of fracking and then not trying to provide alternatives to those workers. There are attempts, but I mean, also, if you've been working in a field and you're kind of starting to get pushed into another field that you have no interest in working in, why would anyone willingly switch if they don't want that other
Yeah.
job? So there's a lot of things that we need to
Mhm.
be aware of and stuff. Um, Interesting. Well, so first of all, or I guess next, for these videos, I usually post a name, you can either use your name or a code name that you prefer, and also the state that you live in, just to kind of get an idea of what kind of cultural area you live in.
Yeah. Okay. Jackson and then California.
Cool. Jackson, California.
Yeah.
Okay. So I also ask these pre-written questions. Are these the right ones? Yeah. And I
Ooh.
I ask three of them. I have 48 questions, but I only ask three. Um, so if you could type in three numbers between 1 and 48, I'll ask you the corresponding question. Okay? 31729. All right, number three. All right, these are deep. This is jumping in, okay? So
Oh,
just,
wait, the ones I chose are deep ones?
I mean, most of them are deep, but
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, let's go with it. If you feel uncomfortable about any of them, just let me know and we can do another question or whatever. Number three.
Mm.
What do you fear most about dying?
I actually don't fear anything about dying. Like, I've come to accept death and like, I'm like okay with dying. It's like, I'd prefer, to die helping other people, but then like maybe, I don't know, join the military at one point, probably not. But then also like I'm just not afraid of it. I understand that like death is like the final thing, and that for my beliefs, nothing is after it. I don't believe in like an afterlife or anything.
Yeah, I was going to ask you
I
if
just think
you
like
if
it's over. You
I
know,
was going to ask you
you
if
don't you
if
don't think
if you've grew up with religion in your life at all.
very little. But obviously from like lost family members, I'd love if there was a heaven so I could meet them and talk to them. But I just don't. I don't think that's real. So
Mm. How is it that you think you arrived at this peace that you have with death?
I'm honestly not sure. It was nothing super big. It was just I think from like all the years that I've lived, from small things, from I don't know people's perspectives and things they've told me and taught me, and just things I've observed.
Do you think your family or your parents have a healthy relationship with death? Like, do you know what I mean by that?
Um, like they're okay with dying.
Or like, if they've had family members, if they've had people that they have had in their lives that have died, that they've talked to you about it and that it's not like a taboo topic.
Oh yeah, well yeah, my family's talked about it. I think they've come to accept it. I don't think they believe in an afterlife either, but obviously they express that they hope that there is one more than I do because they want to see like their family members as well. Hmm.
Cool. Very cool. Okay, 17. Okay. 17, an interesting coupling with the first question. What are you scared of?
What am I scared of? Nah, if there's like a few things. Like something I'd be scared of is when my parents pass away. I'm afraid that I don't know how I'll deal with them passing away, and that I'll need them still. I feel like I really need them, and I'll obviously really miss them. And so I feel like I'll freak out about what to do in life without them, and like without more guidance from them. And then other things I'm scared of is just like, I mean, that's mainly it. But just if I had to be scared of something else, like it's the way I die. Like I don't want to die drowning or like
Oh yeah.
on
Oh
fire.
God. Yeah, please.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, please. Of all the ends possible, please don't let me drown or burn to death. Right? Oh.
Yeah,
Well, could I ask
just
you
the
like
drawing.
what like what do you think are some memorable pieces of advice or things that your parents have really done a good job of guiding you towards? You said that you think you'd miss their guidance. Like what what have they done you think that comes to mind that really you think they've done really well?
Well, I think they've done a great job, like teaching me what's right and wrong, and to give to people who are less fortunate than you, and then it's just like by guidance, I mean like also their presence and just having someone to like lean on and be there when I'm unhappy or something.
So they've
So
been
yeah, and
they've
then just like
I'm sorry.
yeah, they've been there for me in life. Yeah.
That's great.
Hmm.
I mean, isn't that just so much of what life is all about? Is just like being present with another person and being there to I don't know bounce ideas off of and oh, it's the simple things.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that is scary. I've thought of that with my parents too. You know, like if I ever am writing a speech or something for my like if I'm ever writing a speech, like I always go to my dad. He's so good. I don't know. He's so good at just like making a speech not being like egotistical. Like it being about the greater lesson.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 29. All right. What is the kindest thing you've ever done for someone?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I haven't done anything super kind. Well, I guess the kindest thing I've done is probably just helping a friend when they're like at their all time low and just being there for them. And then also, I guess, helping someone physically, like they had a broken leg and I just carried them to their car. So, yeah,
Is that a specific story? Did you carry someone who had a broken leg to their car?
yeah, I did.
What's that story? What happened there?
Uh, it was at a beach camp. And it was like multi thing, and they just broke their foot, and then they couldn't walk, and so I was like, all right, I guess I'll carry you to the car because for some reason none of the counselors were taking him serious that he actually broke his foot. So
Oh, that sucks.
I had to step
No one
up.
believed him?
Hmm. No one believed him. I don't know why.
Help, my foot is broken. No, come on.
No, you're good, but you're good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Yeah. Fracture it some more, actually. Just go out there.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, I kind of want to press you on it because or just like ask you just like about a specific story where you think that you put yourself out there, you know?
Mhm.
You-
All right. Well, after that, I'm actually gonna get off because Loki trying to play the
To-
new COD.
Totally,
came up 3
absolutely.
minutes
Oh,
ago.
that's right. Okay,
But
totally. Yeah, yeah.
I'll do that. So wait, can you say the last question
Yeah.
again?
So, yeah, that's right. Thank
What's
you
your,
for um yeah, so what is one specific story where you think you went out of your way and were kind? Your first impulse, your first instinct. Quick story.
let's see. Hmm. I honestly like it's nothing big, but it's just like the kid when someone's sitting alone at the lunch table. I think this was back in like elementary school or middle school, and I felt really bad for them. So I was like, I'm just gonna sit with them for lunch, talk to them, and that's sort of the kindest thing besides the other stuff that I talked about.
That's awesome, man. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Jackson. Thank you for
Mhm.
yeah, enjoy COD. I'm gonna post this video, and it'll be up in like 15 minutes. If you want to check it out, make sure to subscribe, and maybe I'll see you again.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
This
dude.
was fun. Thank you.
Thanks, man. All
All
right,
right.
take care.
Bye.